Hey everybody, I'm Argle Thump. This video shows off all the puzzle solutions in Lost Lands Ice Spell. With this puzzle, you want to move the various piles of snow, and you want to move them in a specific order. At this point, it doesn't really matter what order you move them in. Like the last three, it doesn't really matter, but for the first three, and then the first two on top, you have to move them in a specific order, otherwise you'll fail. So this puzzle, you need to click when the wolf looks to the left. Not that left. You need to wait for the wolf to physically move its body to look to the left. Same thing with these wolves. And then these wolves as well. Okay, this puzzle you click on each ring 3 times. This puzzle, you move all the hands like this. There's a helpful picture in the bottom left, in case you need help. Here we're copying the design that's in the book, although you can't really see that because the book is covered up. Here, you're trying to match the picture. So the number of flowers in the picture is 8, the number of birds in the picture is 5, and then the number of apples was 7. Okay, this is going to be a puzzle where I take my time. This can be a tricky puzzle. What you're trying to do is get all the pieces on the board. And as you can see, the board turns green if you put a piece down. The board turns red if you're trying to put a piece down in an area where you can't. So that makes it somewhat helpful. Obviously, I sort of did first half of the puzzle separate from the second half, but you can do them in either half you want. Okay, so here with this puzzle, you're just trying to copy the symbols on the paper. Just click on the rings until they copy those symbols. This is a simple jigsaw puzzle. You want to put the pieces into place in their outlines. The trick is that some of the pieces are in front of other pieces, so you do have to put them into place in a specific order. There are multiple solutions, though. It's not that bad. Here's another puzzle with multiple solutions. So you want to put these, electrical thingies into place. Each one lights up a piece that is in one of the 8 squares next to it. Multiple solutions. Here, you rotate the key 3 times and then move it to the right. This is a matching puzzle. Ah, got it wrong. So the solution is the same every single time. You just have to memorize it, or, you know, if you're playing it for the first time, it's still not very difficult. Here you need to move all the pieces around in such a way that they match the upper left picture. The upper left picture. So now we're doing the middle picture, and here you're gonna have to move things around like that because you want yellow on the left. Right. And you need green to be up there. And then red is going to be in the upper right. Okay, so that's it. Pretty simple, besides getting the yellow out of place. That's a difficult one. And now we're filling the picture on the bottom right. So you want to get green into place, and then you want to get red into place. So that way you can move yellow into place quite easily. And then you just move all the others into place. So this puzzle, you're moving things left and right. You want to get the middle row first, and you put that cone on the left. Then you move the blue things to the right. You're moving it like this. Just look at my instructions. Sorry, that puzzle's a little bit too fast for me to explain. But basically, you're building pictures. According to the pictures on top, that's what the towers are supposed to look like. This puzzle is a randomized puzzle. It's just random, so you have to get lucky. What you're trying to do is get this creature trapped in a spot where there's nowhere for it to go, and you can make 3 fireballs. 3 fireballs. Alright. So trying to get it trapped in a corner helps. I'm sort of getting it trapped in the corner, and sort of not. It's sort of got room to escape. Ah, there we go. Okay, got it in the corner there. Good. And then finally we have round 3. Yes, you have to do this puzzle 3 times in a row. And yes, the first round of the puzzle is basically the same as the second round, but hey, I got it trapped in another corner. Way to go, me. This puzzle, what you need to do is follow the symbol in the book. I did not turn the page in the book, so you can't see the symbol, but when you're playing the game yourself, you can easily turn it. Okay, so with this puzzle, follow the first few moves that I'm doing here. These first few moves, I'm trying to get pink and red opposite of each other, and that way, the outside is perfect. So now all the pink and red are now in place. And so now, from here, you just move the various colors, and you can easily rotate them from the bottom to the middle. The tough one was the pink and red one. So the solution is in the bottom right. You click on that piece of paper to see what the solution looks like. I actually memorized solutions, so I don't take a look at it for reference, but that's what you would do. The solution is this. This puzzle is another jigsaw puzzle. It can be kind of tricky, so I'd recommend getting the pieces on top into place first, because the game is rather picky about it. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Okay, great. I think I got everything. Next puzzle, short and sweet. You want to click on the buttons in the order shown on that piece of paper, which flashed on screen briefly. This puzzle. Oh my gosh, this puzzle's kind of a nightmare. Okay, so with this puzzle, I recommend just moving the top, the left and right things on the outer circle, just move them out of the way as soon as you can. Just focus on the inner circle. That's how you should do it. And basically what you're trying to do is rotate the pieces so they're all in the right spot. So see these lit up pieces? Those pieces are all in the right spot. So I'm going to move that piece there because it was wrong, and I move that piece there. I'm just switching the spots for that one piece. Yeah, so okay. And now the piece goes there. So yeah, that was rather nice. And then here I've got 3 pieces I need to trade. So it's a little tricky because you want to make sure to trade them correctly. Okay, so that piece goes in the spot that I just created. That piece goes in that spot. So the inner ring is, actually it's really, really difficult. I made it seem quite easy. But the outer ring, let's see. I guess with the outer ring, you just swap those 2 pieces there. Yeah. So then you just need to make a bunch of more swaps. It's more obvious that I'm making swaps here, I think, as opposed to the inner ring. It was less obvious what I was doing. So since I've got some time, this is one of the longer puzzles of the game. You can beat it in under 2 minutes. So the skip button in the bottom right-hand corner takes 2 minutes to fill on hardcore mode. That's the most difficult setting this game has to offer. So this video is called you know, all the puzzles in Lost Lands Icebell. By puzzle, I mean something that has a skip button. So a puzzle that you can skip. So I'm not including hidden objects puzzles or something like that. Okay, so this is a simple puzzle. Again, we're following the thing in the book. Here you want to rotate these sides like that. And this is another simple puzzle, really. You just need to press the symbols in the proper order. And it's not the proper order, it's you need to press the correct 3 symbols. It doesn't matter what order you press those various symbols in. It matters which 3 of the 5 symbols you press. That every single time there are 2 symbols you ignore. So here you're supposed to guess, but if you know the solution, you don't need to make any wrong guesses. That was the solution. Here you press each thing twice. Yeah, that was a really quickly solved puzzle. This puzzle is much harder. So you need to put the pieces down in the proper order. You can start from any direction. You'll notice I'm repeating the same basic system 3 times. So yeah, each one of these 3 sides you can just do separately. Here you're supposed to look at that piece of paper. It shows which of these various chimes you're supposed to put into place. It's those ones. So with this puzzle, you want to click every third piece going clockwise. And then this is another magic puzzle. It looks like this. Okay, so here you want to move Flylina right up. You want to move around here, get to the left-hand side like that, and then you just move all the way down. Yeah, you don't even need to worry about half of the board for that puzzle. This puzzle, you need to move all these pieces into place in order to form a picture, and it's actually a pretty clever picture. It's of an arrow. So when you solve the Hidden Objects Challenge, on the left there, that gave you the code for that one puzzle that I just solved. This is a math puzzle. It's 5, 5, 20, 10, 10, 10, 15, 10, and 5. Those all equal 30. This puzzle is really difficult, and I don't blame people for getting stuck on this. So you want to go to the bottom left-hand corner. And here you want to move to this spot, that exact spot. And then here you want to move to the bottom right-hand corner. And these are very specific spots I'm picking, so you can't get hit by any of the security beams. That puzzle's 943. Very simple puzzle. You just make those 6 clicks. This is another simple puzzle. You're just going to rotate these various pieces. You swap them for each other so they match that picture. Okay, here you're just going to stack things left and right in order to free up the largest ring. So basically you want to get to the largest ring possible and then put it on the horn.
Now, I must press the buttons.
Hey, Susan talked. That's pretty cool. So you want to press the buttons in the correct order there. With this puzzle, I believe that puzzle was 4 and 3, or was it 5 and 3? Just click on the right one 5 times and then the left one 3 times. This puzzle is the other puzzle in the game, which is really difficult. Yeah, this is the other one that takes you know, about a minute and a half. So with this puzzle, you're basically trying to get all these things on the left to line up perfectly. You could try to solve the puzzle by getting all the things on the right to line up perfectly. It doesn't really matter if you do right or left. I just chose the left for whatever reason. So you'll notice the things on the left are all glowing and lined up, and now I'm never going to move the left ever again. I'm never going to touch it. I'm never going to move it. So now we need to get the pieces on the right figured out. And that's a little bit difficult compared to sliding the pieces on the left, because now we're working counterclockwise as opposed. You need to put the pieces into place clockwise as opposed to like counterclockwise. I don't know. It's confusing if you try to do it. You have to think several steps ahead. Yeah. Well, anyway, you notice the pieces light up when you get them in the right spot, so that really helps out a lot. So, of course, I'm clicking through it rather quickly, but if you hold, like, there, you see, hey, I've got most of them correct. So that's what you would do. So basically, you see which ones are correct, you see which ones are incorrect, you go, oh, okay, so I need to get the berries in the spot where the spider is now. You rotate it, rotate the spider out, rotate it again, rotate the berries in. That's how you would do that puzzle. So it is just kind of complicated to figure out, because you kind of have to memorize, oh, where did the berries go? Where is the spider? Where is the spider supposed to go? This puzzle, multiple solutions. You'll notice I didn't even use 3 of the bars. So you just want to put bars along all the outsides of that puzzle. That puzzle was simple. You just match the code. This puzzle, rotate the rings so they have matching symbols. I'm rotating them in a counterclockwise fashion. This puzzle is a simple swapping puzzle. You click on 2 pieces to swap them, and if a piece is in the right spot, it will light up. Correct? No. If a piece is in the right spot, as you can see, it gets dark. So, that makes it at least somewhat simple. There we go. Now this puzzle is a minute long. It takes a minute to do this puzzle. And that is the puzzle. There's no way to speed it up. It's basically survive this challenge for a full minute. That's the entire trick to the puzzle. You need to go left and right to avoid being hit by those rocks. And the rocks are random. Sometimes the rocks don't appear. So if you're lucky, you can just stay in place like this for a while. And sometimes the rocks appear close together, making it hard to dodge them, but that doesn't appear to be the case this time. Woo! Okay, and I'm basically done with this puzzle. This puzzle I wasn't very good at. It's another puzzle where you swap pieces, and if the piece is in the right spot, it turns dark. It changes color. We've seen that before. So you're just trying to make this symbol an elaborate looking symbol, and it looks like that. This puzzle is really, really simple. It's you need a jar with 3, a jar with 4, I think it's a jar with 5, a jar with 6, and a jar with 7. And it doesn't matter what order you fill up the bottles with. So you could do 5, 6, 7, 4, 3. Doesn't really matter. I did 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 because that's simple. Here you want to click on the bottles in the proper order as indicated on that piece of paper. A piece of paper actually has a riddle on it, and that's the proper order there. So, that is it for Lost Lands Ice Spell. I hope this puzzle video helped out some people who are stuck with the puzzles. Thanks for watching, everyone.